Paleo strategy, I will say I would differ it from paleo libertarianism because the strategy was specifically based on something that happened in the 90s with Lou Rockwell, Murray Rothbard, and Ron Paul,
Sure.
and a couple other Mises people, basically getting together with what was called paleo conservatives of the time, which the head of the kind of head figure of that was Patrick Buchanan. But you guys might be familiar with Paul Gottfried. He was part of it. Uh, there's a lot of guys on the right that were basically hardcore conservatives and anti-interventionists. They were against the neocons. And so the Rothbardian sect, let's say the Mises Institute libertarians,
And caps, it's okay. You can say it.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. They got together, they had a meeting, and it basically said, look, we're kind of we're fellow travelers here, right? And Murray Rothbard had written off the Libertarian Party at that for good at that point because he felt that the Libertarian Party, imagine this, was full of libertines and hippies and losers, basically.
Bummer, still is.
And yeah, imagine that. And so he said, look, there's this segment of the right wing now that's returning to the roots of the old right,
Right.
which is basically some of the first libertarians and their anti-intervention overseas. That's the biggest part, of course, for Rothbard. And okay, they're politically, let's say not politically, they're culturally conservative. Well, so were Lou Rockwell, Ron Paul, and Murray Rothbard. And so they didn't have an issue there. Part of the deal was they wanted to help push some of the paleo conservatives in a better direction on economics. For instance, not so protectionist, if that makes sense. And so their strategy then was to drop the Libertarian Party and endorse Patrick Buchanan. That's the strategy. Now, the actual paleo libertarian, the quickest way to phrase it for me would be to say is you're a right-wing libertarian.